Hi guys, Matt with the Hoof and Vine Group, Cascade House and Sotheby's International Realty. I'm joined with Carolyn Wright of Concierge Auctions, and we're at one of our premier horse properties, 18200 Williams Highway, and we've traditionally marketed this property. We've had some success, but Carolyn's now joining us to help take this to auction. So we want to introduce her and her method of taking this property to the next level. So Carolyn, tell us a little bit about Concierge.
Well, we take on luxury properties that are identified to, have a seller that has their goals in mind aligned with our platform. And what that looks like is a property where the seller wants to be liquid and put an end date on the end of their listing. So a lot of times they have tried on the traditional property. We do have properties that come to us straight to auction. But we can sell anything in the world in just a matter of a few weeks by creating some urgency, doing a massive marketing campaign, and prospecting in our own database, which we've collected just under 1 million people over the past 18 years.
So we've worked together in the past on one of our properties in Eagle Point on the river, had a successful sale. I guess what I appreciate the most about Concierge and their process is the seller's really in control.
That's right.
Right up to the day of the auction. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, we do have a very seller-friendly process. After we do marketing, we collect bids from interested buyers, and the seller gets to see those initial bids before they make a decision whether or not to go to auction.
Okay.
So by that time, we've collected a lot of intelligence, and it gives them an informed way to, see whether there's going to be the right competition for the property. And that's what it's truly about, is like lining up that competition.
So this really is a partnership with a listing agent and Concierge.
Yes, we've never sold a property without a listing agent. Your responsibilities are still intact. We still need your expertise. You're the property expert. You are the Southern Oregon expert. And so buyers are going to need to interact with you to learn about the property. Conversely, we're the auction experts, and you can punt any auction questions to us. And so it's a really good partnership there, like you said.
So luxury properties in general, they're not the easiest to sell. Not everyone can afford them. But you guys have established a database of qualified buyers. So you have a different approach than just MLS or trying to get this property in front of those folks. Tell us a little bit about your buyer. Who is your buyer?
Well, it depends on the property, but really I'd say about 1/3 of our buyers come from our marketing. We cast a big wide net and find net new people with a spend outside of the market. We prospect in our own database, and we're also changing the conversation in the local market. So everybody in town knows about this property, but now we get to have a new conversation with agents and with buyers and get a different type of buyer to compete with each other.
Okay.
This is not like a fire sale. We don't work with financially distressed sellers. This is like you sell a Picasso or Michael Jordan's jersey.
Sure.
We don't know what it's worth until people compete for it. And a lot of these luxury properties are hard to sell because they're hard to value.
Sure. So Sotheby's originally started out as an auction house,
Right.
selling unique, rare, valuable items, and they got into real estate. They've been doing it a while now, #1 luxury brand in the world. But this partnership or connection with Concierge has really been effective. It's been an effective way to get these properties out and closed, not just marketed, but actually have a sale.
Right. Sotheby's has been an auction house since before the U.S. was a country. So it's the ultimate marriage of both auction and real estate. And we are the biggest in the world. So this partnership means that we can auction property on live stages at Sotheby's headquarters around the world together, and other brokerages aren't able to do that.
So if you want to get an idea of how this process works, look up this address, 18200 Williams Highway. There'll be a link below. It will lead you to Concierge's website, and you can see how this process begins to unfold. If you have a property out there that's been on the market for a while and you've been unable to successfully close that, you need to reach out to myself or Carolyn, and we'll help you get in touch with the people that you need to get this property sold.